Hello everyone! Welcome back to this game. My name is Draygone the Willem Fuzzbottom Jr. and these are some of my patrons. Snow Kieran, Hideru, and a special thanks to my special sponsor, Lit Dragon. When we last left off, we defeated the first boss of the game, and in the process, we acquired a hero's power. And that power is selflessness? Not really sure how that is a power or what the situation is, but you know, right before the boss fight, I had the opportunity to not rescue Rebecca and just skedaddle off. I wonder if that has something to do with it, because rescuing Rebecca seems like it would be a selfless act, so who knows? Not to mention, at the start of the game, we had a similar situation where I had the option of going after Rebecca or staying home. I'm not really sure what this selflessness thing is about, but if my decisions are affecting that, it might mean this game has a little bit of extra replay value there. Maybe it might be worth playing this game again and seeing what happens if I decide to be a complete jerkwad. Well, a decision for later. For now, let's find out what we're supposed to be doing. So, how are we doing this? We're doing this by you telling us what we're doing. Let's see here. Rebecca wants Dray Jr. to help her keep some bard from freeing Dragon. What? I'm pretty sure that nothing about that was mentioned. Freeing Dragon... we know about the bard, but he was like using a drill and is attacking some castle town. Looks like we're going tomb raiding in Aegis. Just sail a little north from Poly. I feel like we're being given information after we're supposed to learn about it. Because we're going to Poly next, because that bard guy is using a drill to drill into Poly because he wants to take it over. That's what's really going on. So, I don't know what you're talking about, Buster. Well, while we're here, I'm going to go ahead and change job classes, because along with the selflessness thing going on after the boss fight, we also learned some magic, and I figure as long as we learn some magic, maybe I should switch over to something that can really take advantage of magic. So, I guess we're going to go with Mage. Let me take a look at the different possibilities here. I'm going to say Mage is probably the best option because, well, it's a Mage. Mind you, pretty much anybody could use magic, I'm pretty sure. I don't see any mentioning of any class not using magic. It's just that the Mage would be having the best stats for it. And also, the Mage recovers MP the fastest. That auto regeneration MP sort of thing. Looking at the stats, a bunch of stats would be going down. This is purely about magic and intelligence and that sort of thing. But yep, I'm gonna go for that. Alright, Dray Jr. now behaves like a mage. Don't forget to re-equip everything. I will go ahead and not forget. Okay, that was a little confusing right there. Apparently, we cannot equip the wood axe, which I kind of expected, yet despite that, it still shows a stat growth for my attack. I'm kind of surprised it's not saying that I can't equip it. Is it the same situation if we try equipping it here? Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that says we can't equip it, it's just that when we try, it just doesn't let us. Apparently, the situation of whether you can equip something or not, it only tells you in the shop. Well, at the very least we can equip the sword. Although, that shop is also selling a staff, and, you know, being a mage, maybe the staff will be a better option. Maybe it'll come with some benefits to help us be a better mage. Let's find out here. Yeah, sure enough, can't use the wood axe. Okay, well, attack goes down a point. Kind of a shame that you cannot find out any information about the thing other than that when you're in the shop. Oh well, we'll buy one anyway. That reminds me, should probably head to the bank. So let's go ahead and I'll check it out in here. Alright, yeah, there we go. In the description, it causes 1 or 2 points of damage. Intelligence +2. I mean, compared to the sword, it's weaker in attack, and also my luck goes down, but yeah, I think the intelligence will be good. I mean, at the very least, it would give us an excuse to use a new weapon and see what it's like. Should I sell the wood axe? Nah, I'll just store it for the time being. Let's see here. You know, could look at some armor. Oak shield, t-shirt, worn coat. We don't have one of those yet. Let me check the guide real quick to make sure that we're not just going to find a worn coat in a treasure chest. Well, no, we will not. However, apparently, in Polly City, we'll be able to find an oak staff for free. So, could have saved my money there. Oh well. Alright, I'm going to get some more money out of the bank because there is a piece of armor there that I haven't had yet, but I want it. Alright, got some more money. I find it kind of funny how the teller there tells us that our money is safe with them. Even after withdrawing all of my money, so they don't have any of it. Yep, my money is safe with them, alright. Let's see here. Worn coat, gonna get that. And the baseball cap is expensive. But oh, right. Need to shuffle my inventory. Alright. And that's the baseball cap. In case you're wondering, the interest in the bank that I got since storing my money there, I think it was like 45 windshell. Alright, so the worn coat. Apparently, it's mainly a defensive boost. But it's gonna be helpful. And as for the baseball cap, aha! I knew there was a reason why it was so expensive. Alright, defense 2, strength +2, dexterity +2. This is a good thing to have. I guess I'll go ahead and sell the beanie and t-shirt. I don't see me being unable to keep on to the armor that I just bought. Like, in regards to whether other classes can equip it. Definitely a shame that the character model doesn't change, though. I mean, we're gonna have clothing options. But as far as, like, armor changing things, doesn't really happen. Alright, we're ready to head on out to Polly. What happens if I press square? Do we have any new information? Well, aside from the fact that we're a mage, but otherwise it still says that last message of ready to continue the adventure. I really wonder if that last option is going to change at some point. Alright, let's see here. Then I'll check the walkthrough real quick. The world map had the end yam and the bravery yam. I didn't really pay attention to whether I got both of those. I know there was one straight above that I got, but maybe we should do a quick little exploration around. And along the way, we'll probably get into a random encounter. For example, right here. Now we get to try out our new weapon. So let's see here. Ow! Ow! Now hold on a sec. That's not supposed to be happening. Okay, apparently it is not beneficial to be using the really strong attack against these guys using the staff. So let's focus on the medium and small attacks. Forgot to go to the bank. Also, we got that new spell. We should probably try using that out. Okay, that leads to Mount Kerning. Let's go ahead and head off this way. And that looks like the castle town. Interesting. So what lies to the west of the castle town? Okay, first things first. A little bit of this. Alright, I was wondering that. You cannot move while casting a spell. That would have been kind of convenient, because you get to kind of wander off and do other things while that attack is going. It's a pretty good attack, though, gotta say. That was a lot of damage. So, if the castle is here, which leads to the port and a boat, let's check out the boat. Whose boat is this? Don't know. It's a boat. I'm king of the world! I don't want to be king. Leave that to Simba. So what's over here then? Oh, here's the other yam. And the random encounter. Okay, so apparently the strong attack is actually useful as long as we attack from a distance. That is causing a good amount of damage, to be sure. That's a good strategy to keep in mind, then. Stay away from everything. Alright, we got the bravery yam, which means Dray Jr. feels braver instantly. Dex has increased by 1. Cool. So what's over here, then? A random encounter. Really gonna want to watch that magic. Oh, another volcano? You should hurry and finish your task before exploring. You got it. Alright. Into Polly we go, to save it from some drill. Okay, that's the edge. I kinda figured, but I wanted to check. Edge of the map to go to the world map, that is. What does it look like beyond there? Just grass? Alright. Bridges. RPG Maker 3 can't do bridges. Well, considering this place is supposed to be being attacked by some guy in a drill, it doesn't seem like things are going too badly at the moment. I was expecting things to be all panicky when I got here. Us cops and the Royal Guards are usually on good terms. They've been pretty aggressive since the strange drill appeared in town. Oh, okay, so it is here. What's going on around here anyway? Okay, so there's Rebecca. Talked to her last. Now, this is an interesting tower you got here. What is the deal with this thing? Oh, there's a townsperson over there. We'll save Rebecca for last. I know all the new catchphrases in Poly Kingdom. Is that hot sauce or what? Sure. I'm so ahead of trends that it's a sense, right? I wonder. Oh! There's a different message. Recently dealt 18 damage. That's useful information, I guess. So something that was described about this game is it has like catchphrases you can learn. I'm not sure what function they have, but no. Oh yeah? Well, if you're so cool, what's the real trendy thing to say? What's the trending way to describe something cool? Oh, we can make our own. Cool. I gotta come up with something. Well, it probably doesn't matter what I come up with, but it'll be kind of funny if I go through the adventure and people make word of the catchphrase that I made up. Okay, how do we... Right, you click the right arrow, not the left arrow, the right arrow. Alright, we need a catchphrase. What would be a good one? Okay, so I decided to go with the most cringy thing I could think of, and that would be possum. Furry lingo, guys. It's a thing, and I kinda wish it wasn't. But in this situation, I think it's kind of funny to use it. That's possum, is what you'd say to coolness? Obviously. Wow, you called my bluff. I was trying to throw you off with that hot sauce stuff. Everyone in the know knows to say possum. I practically invented that one. You'll be trending everywhere if you keep it up. Oh gosh, I hope not. Okay, how do we get down here? Oh, that's how we get down here. This is a slightly different shade of cliff than the cliff we can't walk down. What's the deal with this random rug? Money! Oh, that's right. I need to be looking for treasure. Let me bring up the little list of items real quick. Holly City apparently has quite a few treasures to find. Oh, I bet some of them are going to be in here. Yep, there's 19 wood shell. Gotta mark it off the list as I'm going along. Did you hear? Wow, you're just like those Did You Know kids in the Dragon Quest games. No. There's a Leviathan loose in the ocean. Okay, surely you had enough space in the enemy name to spell out Leviathan. Those things were supposed to be extinct since the days of Dragon, but it was spotted recently. The very thought of that thing makes even the bravest of sailors shake in their boots. Are we going to have to fight Leviathan on our way out when we get that boat? Alright, Cha-Yam. It was right there inside the light. You can kind of see it, which leads credence to the idea that none of these yams are invisible. Come to think of it, we can also use the yam count to get an idea of how far along in the game we are. Alright, there's more charisma, which means more luck. More shops, gonna save them for last. That is a pirate. Surprisingly, the skull on his cap is an actual 3D model. Sailors are too dainty to handle what the currents carry. One wee monster and they're begging for land. Yar, a true pirate never leaves his nautical lass. At first I thought it said natural. Nautical lass. The sea is female. You're kind of sitting in that chair there, funny. Or funny there. When the weight of the world seems too tough to bear, stare into the ocean for a while. After all, the currents have bore that weight much longer than you and I. Oh ho ho! You are not staring into the ocean. Unless you were staring into the ocean in this direction. I don't know if the ocean in this direction is more interesting than the ocean in that direction. What's in here? There's totally got to be something in here. And I intend to check. Well, I can apparently start climbing up on it. This is a cart, and it has a couple of handles for like a horse to carry, and that's what I was just walking on there. I was climbing onto the handles. Apparently, though, there is not a thing in there. Or here. So many people facing the wrong direction. This is the only shopkeeper who's facing the right direction. What is this shop? We got swords, we got shields and armor, and we got items. What's up with you? Welcome! I have trained in the art of remedy. Now mastered, I can teach you this magic for 50 wind shell. Heck yeah! Thank you! Now hold still for just a moment. Dray Jr. learned remedy! I hope this magic assists you. Be safe on your journey. Indeed. Welcome, I have trained in the art of scan. Oh boy, that's even more expensive. So hypothetically speaking, if I just came across an infinite amount of money somehow, would I be able to learn every spell in the game from this guy? And at the same time, it's almost a shame that you have to learn these in order. Like, maybe I would have tried learning scan first, if I wanted. Be cool if you, like, had the option of which to learn. But if it turns out that you can just learn every spell in the game this way, then I can totally understand why you would need to learn them in a certain order. Alright, well, we got new magic. Let's go ahead and learn it. So, costs 15 MP. I only have one left. That is what the one stands for. Recovers around 24 HP with aura. Okay. Maybe remedy is not a spell you can use in battle with a button press. Maybe this spell is used by actually going into the menu. That is slightly confusing. I would have figured they'd all be button assigned. Although come to think of it, I can't use arrow outside of battle. Maybe you don't assign remedy because this way you can use it outside of battle. Alright, what's off in this direction? Should I be checking the flowers? There's a trail going that way. Sign. Let's check the sign. Poly City, where the toils of life meet the waves of possibility. One would expect to find the sign to Poly City around the entrance. Oh! I didn't even see that. Alright, there's the bravery yam. So let's mark that off the list. So there's some more defense for us. Then there's a treasure over here. And got an oak shield. So let's see here. Oak shield. We already have one of those, of course. So, it's something to sell. Which way do I want to go? I say this way. There's gotta be something over here. There's a dead end over here. But that doesn't seem to be anything of importance. Incidentally, normally as a player, you have camera control. Like, you can rotate it around yourself. But that's apparently been disabled for this game. I want to assume because camera control is triggered using the shoulder buttons, and in this game we got a custom battle system using the shoulder buttons. Alright, surely there's something in one of these. Nope. This probably leads to the dock, I'm betting. Oh, found another yam. It's a POW yam. And there's some more strength. Anything else over here? I feel like there should be, but there probably isn't. Well, let's go ahead and head in here. Trucks. We got trucks. RPG Maker 2 has trucks. And I found an apple. Cool. Apple, apple. There's the apple. If my inventory was full, would I just push that back? Well, let's find out. It's water, but there's no room to hold it. Yep, just put it back. Alright, let me figure out this situation. Oh, this is simple. Just move the shield into the bag. I wonder if we'll be able to sell from the bag. I hope so. Alright, so water is a new item. What does it do? Heals about 20 mana. Alright, right. Yeah. So liquids heal mana. Let's move a couple of these veggies into the bag real quick. Did I mark the water off? No. So let me mark the water off, and we'll move on. Alright, found 12 wind shell. And got a whiz yam. Boy, we're finding a whole lot of these all at once, and this isn't even the last one in this town. So there's some more intelligence. And that appears to be it in here. Unless there's something hidden in the front of the trucks, but I don't think that's the case, because did not see anything. Of course, it doesn't hurt to check. Nope. Alright. So that apparently is not the port. Which, now that I think about it, makes sense, because the port was some distance away from the castle. That's apparently where the army stores their vehicles. That is a thing that I did not expect to say in a fantasy RPG like this. The perks of a class. Some classes have perks that are known only to those daring enough to shift mentalities. Fighters are able to do much more damage barehanded than all other classes. Okay, as long as that has been brought up. Let's see here. So, as a fighter, when you're barehanded, you cause 175% damage. Anybody else fighting barehanded, you cause 150% damage. That's only a 25% difference. Doesn't really sound like much of a difference. Thinking on it though, the fighter gains a lot more strength than the other classes during each level up, so it might not sound like much just by base value, but as you continue training as a fighter, that 150% or 75% is going to make a lot more difference over the course of the game. Mages recover mana much faster than any of the other classes. Guardians have higher odds of guarding when equipped with a shield. That sounds kinda nice. I mean, if you're in the mood to not take a whole lot of damage, there you go. Rogues are able to dodge an attack entirely and have gain bonus wind shells from any source without caps. I feel like the wording of that is wrong somehow, but I'm not entirely sure. Rogues are able to dodge an attack entirely? Is that any different than blocking attacks? The idea that they might be gaining more money from battle is useful. Bonus wind shells. I wonder why it has to clarify without caps. Is there something else that triggers bonus wind chills, or is it just, hey, you're a rogue, you get extra money at the end of the battle? Trainees have poor stats overall, but gain more experience and wind chills in battle with no cap amount. Alright, well that answers my question. I'm pretty sure that just means that, hey, you get this bonus and there's no limit to the bonus. I almost feel like that's unnecessary info there. I mean, I would not expect there to be a cap, so why mention it? Is there a circumstance where you would have a cap? The other classes have the perks of more balanced stats by comparison. These have been my findings. Well, it's not really telling us a whole lot about these other classes then. Like Warrior can equip anything but doesn't have any other perks. Rogue, Cleric. Cleric can't use spears, no perk outside of highest mana and second most vitality. Maybe I should have been a Cleric then. Nah, I think the Mage would be better. And of course, didn't say anything about Bards. Can't use axes or shields, no perks outside of a ridiculous crit rate after level 15. Alright, after level 15, we're getting to be a Bard. And there's that oak staff that I could have not bought in the other town. Echo creeping through the air. A user's guide to magic. Magic is a powerful substitute for regular attacks or healing items. Some enemies resist certain magic, while others are a weakness, so watch damages or use scan. Using magic costs mana, which also replenishes as you fight in battle. Using magic slows an enemy's awareness, keeping them in combos easier. So, really good to be using those magic spells and combos. Lastly, using magic successfully depends on your own mentality. For example, magic mirroring your favorite color will be stronger and have more range than if it didn't. Interesting. How do we find out the color? Do we just pay attention to what it looks like in battle? The proper guide to stats. Fatality, your life total. If it becomes 0, you are unconscious and defeated. Mana, your magic capability. The higher this is, the more magic you can use. Strength, your physical strength. The higher this is, the more physical power in your attacks. Dexterity, a damage regulator that increases the enemy's power, while also increasing your own. What? Hold on. Let's take a look at the thing in the guide again. The guide says dexterity is bravery. As it increases, so does both your damage and your enemies. Oh. Okay. See, at first I thought that meant that you'd encounter more enemies because your bravery is increasing. But no, apparently it means that enemies get more powerful while you get powerful. So it's like a form of enemies leveling up? Defense, your physical defense. The higher this is, the less damage you'll receive from physical attacks. Right. Intelligence, your mental power, increasing magic power and recovery while also decreasing enemy magic damages. See, that actually makes more sense. Yours goes up while the enemy's becomes less relevant. Luck affects various things in your favor, like critical hit potential and the odds of guarding. Press square outside of battle to see your personal stats and achievements. The human body has many perks, so find yours and let it shine. Yeah, one of those perks is humans tend to not have fur. It makes it easier to deal with fleas. I'm not really sure how useful that recent damage thing is gonna be, especially since you press square to find out that information, while in battle, pressing square attacks. Alright, nothing else in that town. What about in these here vases? Alright, there's 14 wind shell. There's still a whole bunch more wind shell to find. But we're making progress. And by that I mean we're making progress exploring this town. Not so much exploring this game. Or making progress in the game and the plot and that sort of thing. I feel like this is all we're going to be doing today, is just exploring the town. Although I suppose I could talk to Rebecca right at the end, just to kind of get some plot going. I hear there's a town out there where monsters live like people. Can you believe some of the stuff people make up? It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's almost like that rumor of a town where the animals talk, and it turns out that it doesn't actually exist. Untamed Madness, in case you're wondering. Reading scan for babies. Hey kids! Are you having trouble reading your scan ability? Magic sure is hard to read, huh? Well, that's why so much is in fun little brackets or parentheses. A weakness looks like fire, a resistance like this, fire, and an absorb like this, fire. Well, the fact that the absorb is like that will at least help me remember whether I'm supposed to be looking for brackets or parentheses when it comes to weakness versus resistance. Because both resistance and absorb are in parentheses, so that little color will remind me. Remember to be careful around monsters stronger than you are. They're dangerous! Scan can even show you the health and stats of baddies, so learn it early. The mage and Polly will gladly teach it to you. The last page is a crayon illustration of a child in rubber ducky armor standing against various slimes. Interesting book. No, there's another 15 wind shell. And then there's 10 wind shell inside the dresser. So far in this town, the vases are still vases. I already checked those over there. What we got in here? The residents of Polly know nothing of fashion. I look forward to my return to the desert of... Is that desert or desert? Of Onsana, where looks matter. Oh! Hey! We found another thing here! Where we can change outfits and stuff. Alright. Well, it looks like we have the few options from the first town. But we can at least change colors here. We got black. And we got white. I think since we changed classes, might as well go ahead and change colors to kind of reflect that. This will not affect favorite color. It's just aesthetic, I think. Well, since I'm a mage, do we go with blue or red? Or black or white? Decided on black. Alright, well, that's pretty much it for this house, I'm pretty sure. So, what's next? Next we go down around here. Oh, we can just walk from there. This is quite a large place to explore, I gotta say. We got a beach even? Oh boy. You know, I find things in the weirdest places when I'm adventuring. In Harvest, there's a yam in a barrel behind the bank, and nothing usually happens when I check barrels. Yep, sometimes you never know what you'll find or where until you look closely. Good advice. I wonder if a yam will be hidden in a flower. I guess we would just want to keep an eye out for a flower that looks different than other flowers. Although that would be kind of cheating to hide a plant in a plant. Hide a plant in a plant. Fishing is the only way to find out if you're a tough buck, lad. Either you tame the beasts of the deep, or become their next meal. That would be kind of unfortunate if you became food for a catfish. Of course, you'll be waiting some time before your test of manhood shows up. That's okay, I can wait. Another pot here. Vase, pot, whatever. You know what I hate? When objects decide to attack you. They're only broken when not attacking. And you have to give them space or they'll never calm down. What a hassle. Are we talking about like mimics and stuff? Maybe that's what that one person in Harvest was talking about when she was talking about sometimes an object is not an object, or it's different in different place. Alright, found a moon shard. That's gonna be an accessory of some sort, because we found a star shard earlier. What is a moon shard? Max mana plus 10. That's definitely tempting. So, health or mana? I think I'm going to stick with health for the time being, because we're probably kind of weak. Alright, let's head inside the inn. You know what, let's go save first. It's been a while since I saved, and you never know, it might turn out that the inn is actually where we're supposed to go. Actually, I just looked at the walkthrough, and we actually are supposed to speak to Rebecca first. I also noticed that the catchphrase person, it says catchphrase is cool. That was totally not what it said, what she said initially. Should I change my catchphrase to cool? Ooh, this is one of my favorite songs in RPG Maker 2. The staff here don't like when I visit. Some neighbors. There's a yam in there. I'm so busy with chef duty, I don't have time to think about which dish to serve. What? Anyway, we got the end yam. Conveniently enough, it's the end of our search for yams in this town. So that's 10 out of 50 yams. Does that mean we're like 10 out of 50 through the game? Like, oh, how do I word this? Well, let's see here. 10 out of 50, that's 20%, I want to say? Yeah, that's 20%. Does that mean we're 20% through the game? Anyway, Dray Jr. feels stronger instantly. Defense has increased by 1. I love typos. I wonder if there's going to be another secret path on top of a wall somewhere. There's only one more treasure left in town, and it's Windshell. I'm willing to bet it's up here. Hey, do you want a good battle tip? Sure. First, figure out the most hits possible in combo using only a mid attack. What you now know is the strike amount of your weapon. It's usually around 12 hits. Now, understand that heavy attacks remove one of these hits each time you use it. Also, every 5th hit reduces this by 1 also, magical or physical, so it's more like 10 hits. And finally, using offensive magic adds back about 11 hits to your current combo. Wow! You're gonna get back, that's impressive. So you could string some really long combos with some magic. That's cool. So, in regards to like heavy attacks reducing combo, that means like it reduces your combo potential faster. Because of the stun situation, by the way. Because when you're attacking, you stun enemies, but the longer the combo goes on, the less time of stun enemies have. So offensive magic would actually make that stun last a little while longer then. Then 10, then 9, 8. Using magic too many times in one combo can inversely affect your combo's potential actually. Still, more hits in a combo means more potential for damage. You should practice some while you've still got time. Trust me, I don't have time. I have to consider ending this episode soon. I hope this helps. It means I don't have to explain it, at least. At this point, no reason to check under the bed because there's no more hidden items aside from money. Unless money's hidden under the beds. But I'm guessing that it's actually just going to be inside one of the dressers. It's a bit cramped in our room, so I'm waiting outside. It could just be nerves, though. Nerves of what? Are you on a honeymoon or something? We're here on our... We're here on our honeymoon, but it seems like it may have been a bad time. There seems to be something wrong going on here. Oh yeah, that whole drill situation. Oh, there's the last of the wind shell. So that is the last of the treasure hunting. In that case, I believe that means we're done exploring town. Kinda like the look of this inn, by the way. Gotta say, Sunstorm, you know how to design a map. Like, look at this building. I would not have thought to design an inn that looked like this. This is kind of neat. Especially with those little hanging parts over the thing, that sort of thing. Actually, there's also the situation in regards to buying things. Need to get some new armor and stuff. The thing of it is, it just occurred to me, there's no bank here. Unless this building up here is a bank, but I have a feeling it's not. No, I'm actually going to say it's the castle. Okay, so I kind of want to point out something interesting. So, let's go ahead and head back outside town real quick. So, you see this castle model right here? Well, it's actually the same exact model as this castle right here. How is this done, you're wondering? Did Sunstorm recreate the castle within the town, you're asking? Well, no. It's literally the exact same model. One cool thing about RPG Maker 2 is you can actually resize object models. For example, this banner here, you could totally make it like 20 feet tall. You can also resize character models. Remember the ogre troll from the last episode? He was kind of a little on the large side. Well, that's because he was enlarged. Under normal circumstances, he would have been the same size as the rest of us. Now, in regards to the boundary box of this castle, one unfortunate thing about resizing characters and objects is the bounding box remains the same. So, under normal circumstances, I would be able to walk straight into this castle and I would not find its bounding box until I was somewhere in the middle of it. However, Sunstorm has remedied the issue by placing an invisible barrier around the castle to give the impression that the castle has a hitbox. So, that's kind of cool. So I'm just going to go ahead and step in between you two right now. No one can see King Polly. Leave now. It seems we were too late. Whatever that drill would do has been done. But the true peril is that bard. If I'd understood him right, he intends to ferry Dragon. Yeah, we kind of already knew that. The guy's bonkers if he thinks he can control it. But I know that he can't break Dragon's seal from here. Though he probably knows that too. Anyway, we have to sail to Aegis Pyramid due north and stop him before that seal is broken. I have a feeling we will fail. We can take my boat. It isn't much, but we have to head him off. I'm sorry if you feel forced or anything, but you're a hero, right? Anyway, you might want to stock up before we set sail. I'll go prep the boat, so just climb aboard when you're ready. Okie dokie. You look so angry now. So, in a way, we kind of have a teammate in Rebecca, but I have a feeling she's not actually going to take part in battle. She's more like a story character. I suppose I should go ahead and take a look at equipment possibilities now. Or at the very least, sell the things that I've got copies of, like the oak staff. Don't need more than one. Alright, so in regards to equipment, we got a long sword, which presumably is better than the other sword, an iron axe, bronze staff. Can also buy a lucky charm, which we already have, a power brace, which I assume is another sort of accessory, and the light book, which increases intelligence. I'm guessing all three of these are accessories. The extra boost to intelligence would be nice, but you know, that rare moon shard thing, what did that increase again? I think it was intelligence. Might have been dexterity? No, it increased mana. Well, the extra intelligence would be nice, I suppose. But I kind of want to have the HP. The same goes with this. The extra attack power would be nice, but I want the HP because that'll help make up for the fact that as a mage, especially this early in the game, probably going to be a little bit weak. Bronze staff will take a look at that and keep it in mind. What do you got in the way of items? Oh boy, things are getting expensive. I'm gonna have to actually consider selling some of my extra stuff, like that sword and the axe. That way I can afford to get this other stuff. So all of this is armor. No accessories. On that note, it is weird that the accessories are being sold in the weapon shop. I decided to go ahead and sell the short sword and the wood axe because the way I figure, might be a mage for a while, and if that weapon shop is any indication, by the time we get back to using a class where a sword or axe will be useful, we'll probably have access to better swords and axes. Alright, check what items you have there real quick. Veggie, apples, soup, fish, another magic map. Having a magic map would definitely be useful. So I'll buy that, then I'll head back to Harvest Village, get back to the bank, get some money out of the thing, then come back here and finish up buying equipment. Alright, first things first. Well, first things first, first off, I'm surprised I did not get into any random encounters during that trip. But gonna go ahead and buy the bronze staff because it's stronger than the one I got, so sure, we'll go ahead and equip that, presumably. And it went in here? Weird. Wonder what's up with that. Is it because I was selling things from my bag? That's a weird glitch if that's the case. So let's see here. So more damage and more intelligence. So do that and sell the oak staff. Well, this makes the oak staff in this town a little bit kind of not useful that we found in the treasure chest. It also means that I still wasted my money. Of course, that's kind of my own dang fault. I mean, we were told to come here, and yet I started this episode by buying items from not here. Should have totally just came here first. Well, as it stands, I'm not going to be able to really afford a whole lot here, so I guess it's just going to be the bronze shield to replace my current shield. So let's buy that real quick, and get that equipped. This time it went into my inventory because I sold something from my inventory. So comparatively speaking, defense goes up, so does the block chance, but of course dexterity goes down a little bit. But that's okay. Dexterity goes down. Dexterity is brave. And brave increases damage. So it basically means that equipping a shield means you're going to be causing a little bit less damage. I guess essentially that means that, hey, if you're not holding a shield, you could almost say that you were dual wielding your sword, or not dual wielding, holding your sword with both hands, therefore allowing you to cause more damage. Well, in regards to all that other equipment, if I want it, I'm going to have to grind for money, and well, I don't really like grinding too much, so that ain't happening. Anyway, we now know what we're supposed to be doing. Well, I mean, technically we already knew what we were doing because the game told us before it was supposed to, but officially, now we know what we're going to be doing. We're going to be hopping onto a boat and heading to some Aegis sort of place. Temple place. Probably more dungeon crawling. So, that'll be next time. For the moment, down at the bottom of the screen is a list of all of my patrons. It is kind of weird how I usually say is a list of... No, I don't normally say that. Let me try that again. It is kind of funny how normally I say that down at the bottom of the screen is all of my patrons, when normally you would say are all of my patrons, but I'm kind of referring to the list of patrons when I say is. It's a list. But sometimes I fail with words. So, before I continue failing with my words, I will quit the game. And I will see you in the next one.